Hello friends, my name is Kritik from IC Department First Sem. Today I am going to narrate a thriller story called Exam. In the beginning of the story, 8 candidates are shown getting ready for a hiring examination for a profitable corporate job. The exam hall is dimly lit, with desks for every candidate throughout the room. It has cameras to monitor their activities. After the 8 candidates are seated, a guard with a gun enters the room, visibly making every candidate nervous. Then a man is followed by him, who doesn't tell his name, but introduces himself as the invigilator. He says if they pass this last test, they will be getting the job of their dreams. As the rule of the test, the invigilator claims that no federal law applies inside the examination hall. The candidates are supposed to follow only the law of exam. They are not allowed to communicate with the guard or the invigilator, and if they ruin their paper accidentally or intentionally, and if they walk out of the room without any reason, they are disqualified. The candidates will have 80 minutes to complete the exam. There is only one question on the paper before them that they need to answer. The invigilator asks if they have any question. When no one answers, he wishes them luck, starts the timer, and walks out. The candidates turn their respective sheets around and saw it is completely blank. The candidates look at each other in a great confusion. The candidate too starts writing on her paper while she thinks she is eligible for the job. The guard is told to throw her out because she ruined her paper. A while later, candidate number 5 realizes that they cannot communicate with the guard or the invigilator, which means they can talk to each other. He tells others the same thing, making them believe they should work together to find the question before they answer it. The group discussed several ways to pass the test, but all of them are just as confused. The candidate number 1 didn't speak at all. They started to give each other a pet name because they wouldn't have to reveal their true identity. He goes on to name candidate number 1 as deaf, and the guys are named black, brown, and white, and the girls dark, blonde, and brunette, according to their hair color. Believes that the question on paper are written in invisible ink or a watermark. They all agree to test the theory but do not know how to. Brunette gets up from a chair and uses the room light to see if something is written on her paper. However, nothing is visible. She still insists everyone to check their own because the question could be in just any one of them. Everyone does as she says, except for Deaf. White checks his paper but did not get any question. Black suggests the writing could be visible to X-rays or UV rays. The group then start to look for a switchboard to turn on such lights. Deaf doesn't help them and nervously stays on his seat. Blonde finds strip of emergency light in the room. But since there are no switches, the group has to break each and every light in the room to create emergency and to trigger the light. After breaking all the light bulbs in the room, the emergency light glows up. Everyone start looking for the question in their paper except for Deaf, but they failed. The group tried several other methods to find the question, but they failed again. At last 15 minutes remaining for completion of the exam. The white says the answers are candidate themselves. They have been searching for a question all this time, but white thinks the one who is left in the end is the answer. The rest of them believe him, but before they can react, White grabs the gun from the guard and orders everyone to leave the hall. Suddenly, the room goes pitch dark and making White to shoot in random directions. When the light comes back, Black falls limp in the floor, having a bullet hole in his chest. White looks around the room and sees Blonde has foot inside the room. Then he notices the timer has stopped. Now White walks to the camera and tells the invigilator that he has won. But guard come to him and shows the time that has 20 seconds still remaining. That makes White disqualified. It is then revealed that Def had changed the timings when they are busy discussing other things. At last, only one who left is Blonde. To her surprise, Def enters the room, revealing that he is the CEO of the company. It turns out when the invigilator asked them if they had any questions, In the beginning of the test, that was the only question they had to answer. They hire the blonde for the job and she accepts it. Theme of the story is to test the psychology of eight candidates where the money matters a lot to them. And out the eight candidates pass the tricky exam. Character analysis. White. White is rude, arrogant, cruel, selfish, and underestimates the other candidates. Brown. Brown is the coldest person and doesn't take any risk while making decisions. Deaf. Deaf is a sensitive person and didn't let others know that he is the CEO of the company. Black. Black is likely to be a kind person. When he had a chance to kill anyone, he didn't kill. Brunette. Brunette, she believes everyone easily and she is also a logical thinker. Blonde. Blonde is intelligent person and also a caretaker. Dark. Dark gives more importance to humanity rather than anything else. The moral of the story is each candidate has their own ethical values. It's not about stepping others to reach your own goal, but it's to bring out the best in you.